Do you have any final words to say?
Bobingi.
Bobingi, that's a good one.
Pepperoni Zoni.
Yeah, that was a good one.
There's something I want to talk about that's been bugging me.
What's that?
Well, I probably shouldn't. I probably don't even talk about it.
Go ahead, get it out.
But I mean, you know, I don't want to. I don't want to like offend anyone that that could be watching.
Go for
What?
it. Oh, hey, Nico.
Hello.
We're just ending.
I was just talking about.
I don't even know.
So, I was at I was on a trip the other day. I've been staying at a hotel. I believe it was Pee.
Oh, okay.
In Italy, I want to say, wherever that was.
Yeah.
And I was in the car, and this was a hover car that crossed the ocean that I invented. And I was in the air in the car, as one is, and I saw something. And you're not gonna like it.
What was it?
What?
So I passed a bunch of clouds, right?
Clouds?
Yeah, like clouds, the things in the
Yeah.
in the sky, usually in the sky.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I passed a bunch of clouds, and at first I was like, "Oh, it's some clouds. Those are supposed to be there." And but then I noticed that they were spelling something.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I noticed that actually they were spelling I don't know. It was some like "Will you marry me" thing. I don't know. It was cute, whatever. Anyway, so then I turned away from that, and I looked at the sun, and I saw something when I looked at the sun. Something bad.
Oh no.
Do you know what it was?
No.
Oh, it was a bunch of spots because you're not supposed to look at the sun. So I stopped looking at the sun, and then the car landed in America as it was programmed to do, and I took it and I got it repaired because traveling over the Atlantic is not usually good for the car. Anyway,
Yeah.
so then I got in the second car, and I drove this one. The car was autopilot. I didn't mention that, and the autopilot's name is Francois. Anyway, and so I got in the other car and I was driving back home, and I looked up at the clouds again, and they said something else this time.
What?
The thing that they said was nothing, and it was actually the words "nothing," but I guess it was the clouds telling me that clouds aren't supposed to spell
Good.
words. Anyway, so I felt pretty mad about that. I was like, damn. I was like, you know who this sky reminds me of?
What?
Who?
Not who, what. It was the ocean was mean to me one time as well. And that's what it reminded me of. But anyway, so I had that in the back of my head. I had that hatred boiling in my body.
Oh.
And so I was driving and I was pretty mad, and I got stuck in traffic, right? And this music. So I guess this may be 20 minutes. So I got stuck in traffic, right? And I was sitting there, and I had been an autopilot flying over the ocean, and now I'm stuck in traffic with the Libyans. And so we're on the highway. It's always perfectly timed, the music. We're sitting on the highway for like 30 minutes. We're crawling along, right?
Yeah.
Speed limit's like 70, and we're just crawling. And people are starting to get out of their cars, and it's starting to get cold. So people don't want to be there because they're getting out walking around. And so I'm sitting in traffic.
Yeah.
And then I'm finally I get to the source of the traffic, and I realize what's causing the problem is when they're working on like part of an interstate or something, and then like the lanes merge, and then there's always people who wait until the last second to pull into that lane, and it slows everything down. Yeah. So there's actually just one car doing that over and over again.
Oh no.
That would suck.
I look in the window of the car. And you know who's driving that fucking car?
Who?
It was my cousin,
Oh my god.
who I'm also pretty mad at. His name is Gregorio. It's from Italy, and
Oh god.
Oh god.
The saga did.
he's from Italy,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he gives me this death stare, like, "Oh, don't tell anyone about this." But of course, I have to go tell Giorgio about this.
I thought
That's
it was Gagario.
No. Gregorio's driving the car. Giorgio is his brother. So I drive to his place. And I'm ready to just I'm just mad. I can't believe my day's been ruined.
Yeah.
And I go up to his door, but he's not home. You know who's there? You know who opens the door?
Who?
It's his mom.
Oh
And
my
she
god.
tells
Gosh dang.
she tells me, right? Oh, you just missed him. He went into town. And I'm like, what town? I don't know what that means. So I drive around some more. And at this point, I'm like, this is just a waste. I'm all these emissions are coming out of my car. I'm ruining the environment looking for Giorgio. Anyway, so I go into town, the nearest town, which I won't obviously share the name of for privacy reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's Giorgio, and he frequents this one bar, this one establishment, and it's sort of a it's sort of a bar that also has like a restaurant in it, And so I walk in to this bar, I want to say, and he's the only one in there. It's like early in the day, and I'm like, Giorgio, I can't believe you're back. You're drinking so early. I can't believe this. And he looks at me, and it's not him.
What?
I thought it was him, but it was actually
Who
see,
was
in our
it?
local community, we have something known as dress up as Giorgio.
Dress up as Giorgio Day.
And it was actually the day before, but this asshole, I guess, was late and did it now. And so I walk up to him and I'm like, you fucker. And he starts weeping. This man is a mess. And then I realized, maybe he's been having a bad day too. And I shouldn't have been so harsh to him because I've been having a bad day. And you'd think I would have learned my lesson right then and there. But no, I wanted to find Giorgio and I wanted to tell Giorgio what was going on. So I wandered around. I wandered here and there. I went in a few local businesses.
Yeah.
Some art galleries. Anyway, and then I finally found Giorgio, the real Giorgio.
The real one.
He was in an alleyway, and he has a problem where he just kind of hangs out in alleyways. He just likes them, I guess. He likes the vibes. That's what he said. Those are his words, not mine. And anyway, so I'm going through the alleyway, and I finally see Giorgio. And at this point, I'm kind of mad at him too, right? Not really.
Yeah.
He didn't know, but it is
Yeah.
sort of like, I don't want to tell him, but it's there. It's the subtext. It's the given circumstances. And so I'm seething with rage at this point, and I tell Giorgio, "Can you believe what happened? Can you believe what your brother, can you believe what my cousin did?" And he goes, "What? What did he do?" And I tell him the whole story. I tell him about the C car, and I tell him about the traffic and how he's just going in circles, blocking the traffic. And Giorgio goes, "Oh, that's really uncool." We need to go stop him. And so we get to Giorgio's car, and my car is just sitting here at this point because he insists I go in the car with him for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we go there, and suddenly the traffic has cleared up. But
Oh.
Gregorio is still there, just going in circles like a piece of shit. And so we finally stop, and he sees us, and he finally stops the car in the middle of the road, and like it's starting to get late. So there's not a whole lot of traffic here right now. And he goes, what are you guys doing here?" And we're like, "You have a problem." And then he tells us, "Oh no, I've been enchanted. I've been cursed by a sea witch."
A sea witch?
A sea witch specifically. That's what he said, and I
Okay.
pressed him on why he pronounced it like that. Anyway, and so the sea witch, as it turns out, lived actually not by the sea, actually kind of in the center of the state. He's like, "Look, if you want me to stop this, you need to go confront her about this." And so we go, "Okay," and that voice, and we get back in the car, and we have to stop for gas, and it's annoying. And then we find it's kind of like a bungalow, and it's pretty normal. And we go up to the sea witch's door, and we knock on the door, and the sea witch doesn't answer.
Oh.
It's Giorgio's mom again, and she'd been visiting and was already trying to lift the curse. But it turns out that the sea witch told her that, "I never cursed your son. He's just a dick. He's just going in circles for no reason. He's just a terrible person." And then I go, he reminds me of someone that I know.
Who's that?
But I couldn't think of it. That's the thing. I couldn't think of who it was. So we go back to Gregorio. And we try and talk him down. We go, "Okay, look, we just talked to your mom, and she talked to the sea witch." Oh my god!
I'm sorry.
He had that playing in his car, by the way.
Okay.
He's listening to that on loop. And anyway, and he goes, "What? No, she was lying to you." We go, so we go back and talk to the mom again, except this time the sea witch is there instead of the mom. She's come back from her dinner break. And she's like, "Okay, look, I did curse him, but it's impossible for me to lift the curse." She only gave us this information after we threatened to kill her.
Oh.
No, I didn't. It was Giorgio that did that. Anyway, so and I tried to talk him down, but he gets more mad than I do. You should see him when he's angry. Anyway, so we talked her into that, and she's like, "Look, I can't lift the curse. You have to do something."
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, "What?" It's like, you have to get him to confess that which he hates. This is a curse born out of hate. She cursed him because he went and messed with her stuff. He went and really just messed up all of her stuff
Oh
because he was
no.
mad. And we're like, "Oh, what was he mad about?" So we go back. We drive all the way back in the evening, the setting sun. And we drive back, and the car is still there. It's still going in circles. He's not out of gas somehow. And we're like, "All right." He's like, "What did she say?" And he says it kind of like an asshole, kind of all mean. And so we tell him, and he says, "Oh well, gosh, what is it that I hate most of all, above all else?
What is
If there
that?
was a place, a, a, an object, person, perhaps." And he looked me in the eyes, and he told me, "I really hate sea cars, flying sea cars."
Oh no, like the thing you
like the one I have, and I went, oh my, did I cause this? But then I went, no, I'm not the cause of this. See, this is actually a systemic problem that comes from the production of cars. And he also he told me that the reason he hates cars is he's in his C car and he flew around in the clouds, and he asked his partner to marry him, and they said no.
Oh.
And I went, "Oh my god, that's what I saw. That's what I saw earlier. That was weak."
Really?
Yeah, right. Remember 4 hours ago when I said that? Anyway.
Yeah.
And I went, "Wow, that's horrible." So we get him to stop, but it's also like, wow, I feel really bad for this guy now. So I decided, I'm like, all right, I feel bad for dealing with all this. So I'm gonna treat y'all. I'm gonna take y'all out to dinner, right? And so we go to this restaurant in town, as one does, and we're sitting there, and it's nice, a nice meal, and
Yeah.
then fucker walks over while we're sitting there just eating our pasta
Who?
bowls. It's just this well, not really a mess. It turns out it was just a waiter, and he was just really
Oh.
uh, icky. That's the best way I can put it. And so we complained about him. The vibes were wrong. And then we were walking outside, just as one does. And then Gregorio says, I feel like we've really gotten closer today. I feel like we've really learned a lot today. And he's like, but I have a confession. It's not just dress up as Giorgio Day.
What day is it?
Pulls off his mask, and you know who was under that fucking mask? It was Samuel Thompson. And then I killed him. But he probably isn't dead. He's probably back already.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Wow.
then, but it's not done. So I went home,
Oh my god.
fresh with murder, and I looked in the mirror.
Yeah.
Right? I was just as one does. And I noticed something in the reflection of the mirror behind me.
What?
I could see through, so I could see like the window, kind of far back from the window, from the bathroom door. It was it was open a little, and the curtains were slightly parted. There was a face. I was peering through the window,
Yeah.
and it was a Samuel Thompson mask. So I don't know who I killed, but I think they were wearing a Samuel Thompson mask. And then over that mask, there was a Gregorio mask. So Samuel Thompson's still out there.
He's out there somewhere.
Yeah. And also, don't worry. I've actually just gotten a notification the person survived, so I did not confess to murder on stream. And they're actually not going to press charges because they're not real.
Okay.
Anyway, so all of this to say, there's a guy, right? And his name's, well, you know his name. You need to stay away from him. You need to stay safe. You stay vigilant out there in the world, because he could be anywhere. He could even be your Italian cousin who has a twin brother who's driving. He's doing donuts in the middle of the road on a local holiday where you dress up as those two siblings. And he could even try to propose via C-car to his partner. And it could all be the doing of Samuel Thompson setting up a pawn to pretend to be Samuel Thompson.
That definitely sounds like something he would do.
That's what I've been thinking about. Anyway, the next word I want to say is Wasam. What the fuck was it called?
I don't know.
All right, I didn't look at how long have we been going. I didn't look at anything the entire time.
I don't know, like 30 minutes.
I think it was probably like 15.
Something like that.
Chad, how long did that go for?
Too long.
In case anyone was wondering, none of that was scripted, by the way.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna make a joke that went on for 2 minutes, and it went on for 20.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
It's something.
Yeah.